it. Nobody is giving up their guns. In fact, I hope people do go out and buy more, because guess what? Not only was President Trump had an attempted assassination, and that poor man and the other ones were murdered and injured, there were people there trained. They were trained Secret Service. They had the guns. So the people on the ground did not. And that left them ass out, because
the new host today responded to Trump's assassination attempt.
And to me, this is something that's not supposed to happen in America. I felt the same way when I did watching January 6th. These attacks on democracy, on America, don't happen in this country. They happen in other places. What was this again? It was, a 20-year-old lone wolf, white whack job with easy access to a gun. And we have to have a conversation about that, because it wasn't a drag queen. It wasn't an immigrant. It wasn't a pissed off liberal woman. This keeps happening. And we need to react, not as left or right, not as Republicans or Democrats. We need to react as Americans.
All right.
How does she know he wasn't a drag queen? Anyway.
That's number one.
Then Robert Pate, he's a political scientist, very well known out of the University of Chicago, conducted a nationwide poll, right, on the topic just last month. 10% of those surveyed said that the use of force is justified to prevent Donald Trump from becoming president. A third of those who gave that answer said they also owned a gun. Then 7% of those surveyed said they support force to restore Trump to the presidency. Half of them said they owned guns. So I know everybody always says it's too soon to talk about guns, and that we should, because there has been a terrible death of a father of two, that we should, thoughts and prayers should be where we go. I say no. I say now is the time to talk about the common denominator when it came to this assassination attempt is America's fascination and obsession with owning guns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something, Sonny and Anna. First of all, let me tell you what I was doing. This is a transparent moment. Before President Trump had an assassination attempt on Saturday, I was out buying me another gun. So put that in your statistics. I was out buying me another gun, firearm. Put that in your stats. That's number one. Number two, nobody's giving up their damn guns for you and your emoting and all whatever the stats you say. Did you talk about the political violence from the left? How about Antifa and BLM? Someone mentioned the 60s. We don't even have to go that far back, because only within the last 4 years have we had Portland and Chicago and LA and other places being rioted, police cars set on fire. Oh, you don't think that's political violence, do you? That's justified, right? What about calling Donald Trump Hitler and all kinds of authoritarians, whatever? That's the rhetoric that you all use that contributes to the same thing that you're saying causes the violence. This, and not only that, you see how when from the time Joy started with Anna and Sonny, it pained them to have to even mention the word Trump in the same sentence that they were supposedly sorry about. Sonny didn't even mention his name in that clip. Nope. Didn't even mention his name. They are full of it. Nobody is giving up their guns. In fact, I hope people do go out and buy more, because guess what? Not only was President Trump had an attempted assassination, and that poor man and the other ones were murdered and injured, there were people there. Supposedly, let me take supposedly out. They were trained. They were trained Secret Service. They had the guns. So the people on the ground did not. And that left them ass out because of security failures. Am I glad that Secret Service were there? Yes, they went into action after the fact, and they put a stop to the threat, thankfully. But I contend if those people who saw that man on the roof, that they were on the ground, they saw him, maybe, just maybe, they could have taken him out instead of waiting for a president to have an attempted assassination. Corey would not be dead, and those other two victims would not be in ICU. Buy more guns.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. And the crazy thing is, it pains them. It pains them to even show any type of empathy for the former president of the United States. Tyrone, what are your thoughts on this?
Luke 22:36. Sell your cloak and buy a sword. Guess who said that? Jesus.
Jesus.
I'm gonna I'm gonna listen to him. Okay. And there used to be this thing I would engage in where I would explain to, pro-gun control folk, well, we saw tyranny over here with Stalin and Mao, and then here in America with slavery and Native American resettlement. I'm done with all of that. I'm not giving up anything.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to convince a leftist of anything. I am going to follow Shelley's example, follow Jesus's teaching, go buy the modern day version of a sword. Okay. Buy this every time I hear, oh, America owns like the majority percentage of guns in the world. I'm like, we can do better than that. We need more firearms. And I don't give a damn what the left thinks about it, because if you look throughout history, it's always been the left who's wanted to foist tyranny.
Mhm.
Okay. They don't want you to be able to live in peace. And look how they acted during COVID
Right.
with the Second Amendment. Okay. So the gloves would be off. I don't want to hear about, oh, well, he was a registered Republican. So is Anna Navarro. So is Joe Scarborough. Okay. So what? All right.
Exactly.
So I'm not giving up a round of ammunition. Okay. So, Sonny, you can go to hell.
Thank you.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. These women are just so hypocritical, like you all said, and they don't even make sense half the time. They really don't. But people follow behind what they say. People follow behind what they say, and it's sad. So moving on, I would like to